My goodness. Hey everyone, we're affectionately calling this Franki Moscato Take 2. Welcome to today's live show. My name is Jackie from the American Society of Positive Care for Children. And today I'm so excited to introduce you to Franki. Franki is an 18-year-old singer-songwriter, actress, and public speaker who's been in the spotlight since a very young age. Performing at school functions in the 4th grade, quickly grew into singing the national anthem by 11 years old at the Lambeau Field at Packers Family Night in front of 1 million viewers. As her notoriety grew, so did events of bullying and the deterioration of relationships. Franki became an outcast at her school, and counselors and faculty declined involvement when she went for help. Once she transferred to a private school, her music career escalated and she got to focus on what she loves. But sadly, as her star rose, bullying from students, parents, and teachers greatly intensified. So seeing firsthand the great need that schools and communities have for a better way to implement mental health and wellness programs, Franki started her own nonprofit called the Franki Moscato Foundation. Her foundation is specifically focused on teen mental wellness, and it includes training for parents, faculty, and the broader communities. So today, in honor of National Bullying Prevention Month, we've invited Franki to our show to talk about the effects bullying has on kids and what we can do about it now. Franki, thanks so much for coming on and coming back, and I'm so sorry that technology is weird.
Thank you, Miss Jackie. Like I said, you never know. Maybe the computer did have a coronavirus. You just never know.
Right. So I have to ask immediately first thing. American Idol, you were on it. You got the golden ticket, and they called you back, and you told them no. You said, "No, I will not go back, American Idol." Can you please tell us what happened?
Yeah, it was such a humbling experience. You know, I still can't believe that they picked me. You know, I never wanted to do any reality TV show or pageant. But yeah, it was a pretty outstanding experience. I remember the next year I got right back to work. I came back home from Hollywood, and I thought, you know, now I just want to put all my energy into helping kids and inspiring kids with my platform of teen suicide prevention and kindness and you know, making people happy by making yourselves happy by making others happy. And so yeah, I was in the middle of a huge charity event for my foundation. We were just starting it. It was at the Grand Oshkosh. It was going to be a beautiful night. I had my band. We were going to perform. And that's when American Idol called, and they said, "Franki, we want you back on the show. We want to fly you over here." And I felt like I had bigger plans. I had a role right here for my community. So I declined. But a lot of kids ask if I would want to do it again, even after the decline. But, you know, I see a lot of my friends from American Idol. Now they're on The Voice, and now they're on America's Got Talent. I know that it just really isn't for me. It really is just a TV show. I love it so much. It was so much fun, but you probably won't see me back on for at least as of right now. But you never know where it may lead. So
yeah, that's exciting. And like you said, you never know where life leads you. So right. I want to go back down memory lane a little bit. You got started singing professionally at a pretty young age. How did you get started? Like, what was that journey like?
I think it really started, I was traveling with my local veterans, Post 234. We traveled around the state. I sang for them. I love my country, so I sang patriotic songs for them. I would sing the anthem for them. I would, at my public school when I was 11, I'd be in the middle of the auditorium in front of the whole school, the high school and the middle school, and I would sing on Veterans Day and veterans events. So it really started, you know, just a love for my country, that kind of base. So I really, from there, that's when the Packers noticed me. I'm thankful that my parents, I have so much support from them that they would record my performances. So they sent that, the Packers ended up seeing that, and everything kind of just went on rocket fuel from there. And, started getting in the newspapers and pamphlets, and I started performing with my keyboard to save money for college, but always putting education first. And, but I noticed that a lot of kids didn't feel comfortable with me putting myself out there like that. And I lost a lot of friends, but I'm thankful for where they brought me today. I really wouldn't be where I am.
Yeah. And so kind of touching on that kind of sensitive subject. So often when we lean into our passions and we're getting you were getting noticed, but you were also getting negative attention, and it was from relationships and from strangers even. What are some of the bullying experiences that you had as you were growing your career?
Yeah, I learned quickly that it's not just kids, it's adults, it's coaches, it's parents. It started like a boiling pot, it started with just friends getting up off the lunch table when I would sit down, not wanting to hang around with a girl like me. I was, I wanted to talk about going to church and God and things that I value. And they wanted to talk about drugs and drinking and partying, boyfriends. And that's just, it wasn't for me. And they did not like that. While the posters on the school walls say, climb the tallest mountain, run the race, be a hero. That's what I wanted to do. But really deep down, my school told me to be average. It just was not cool. And so it got to the point where they made these rumors about me, laughing at me in the hallway, knocking my books out of my hands, throwing basketballs at my face. And even my coaches and some parents and teachers, they sided with their divisive drama, that they concocted. So I ended up leaving that school mid 7th grade. I went to a private Catholic school, and that got even worse. So I left after my freshman year. So I left high school. I graduated from an online academy for 3 years, and that was just an astounding experience. I loved that school dearly. But yeah, so from my experiences, I've learned that kids know what goes on under the radar. They know, but teachers don't, coaches don't, and unfortunately parents, they don't either. So it takes kids to stop this, and they have to be upstanders and tell parents and adults what's going on. And that's what I discuss when I travel to school assemblies.
Yeah. And so when you were going back to like how you tried to speak up, when you were going through that, was there any like help that was offered to you, or like any advice given to, kind of make it stop?
Yeah, immediately my parents, they did such a great job. They communicated with the school. They communicated with the bullies' parents, but nobody helped us. They never reached out. I remember sending private letters to my teachers, asking them to help me and get me out of these classes where these kids that they hate me, get me out of, get me away from them. They never helped. And so my parents pulled me out, and I'm thankful that I had the love and support at home, because I know that there are kids who don't. So they go to school to find it. And then when they find out that they don't get it there either, they're getting repeatedly bullied every single day at school. That's when the worst things happen.
Yeah. And you explained this so well, that like you have the love and support in your home, and without that, you may not have, been able to overcome it. But I guess, were you able to overcome bullying? Like, did it ever stop for you? Has it stopped?
Yeah, it has not stopped, for sure. It's never going to stop. My parents remind me that this doesn't end after high school. This doesn't end after college. You know, this is going to continue in the workforce. It's in grocery store checkout lines. It's in churches. I mean, you can see for yourself on my social media. I have countless haters that spend their time stalking me. I have family members that will comment and say very hurtful things. Everything from she thinks she's a god because she uses vibrato to her voice sounds like, you know, taking feathers off of a bird. And it's really hard. You know, they call me a racist, a privileged, you know, it's been very hard. You can see that just a few weeks ago, I had 500 comments on one of my posts talking about character. And these are all kids. These are kids that I know, I grew up with. They ate at my dinner table. And these are kids that have bullied me for the past 5 years. But really, it doesn't hurt me that much. It hurts more to see them attack the people who do support me. That's what's hard.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that you have people who love you and support you and will stick up for you, because I feel like that's really important when somebody is, you know, being down. Like, how are you supposed to stand up for yourself if, like, you know, you don't have that to fall back on? So I'm really happy to hear that you've got that. With all that, what kind of like tools have you used for yourself to, you know, just keep yourself well and keep your heart protected when you're still going through this?
Yeah, honestly, like I said, there's going to be plenty of people who will discourage you eating and trying your best, and they want you to be average. But I make sure to not let that deter me from my aspirations or change my character. I fight harder and I practice my gifts every day. I'm more motivated. You know, for any kid, basketball, maybe you like drawing, maybe you're a violinist, maybe you love math, whatever you love to do, use all that anger energy from those kids or from those people that are putting you down. Use that energy to do what you love and make other people happy, and never stop being kind.
That's beautiful. So that's like getting all weepy here, like, because you have something going on right now with Be Kind, right? I saw it in one of your videos. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I grew up watching the news, and it was always a scary thing. There's always disagreements, differences of cultures, and you know, there's always war and terror. And that always scared me. And seeing my parents, you know, they don't know what to do about it, so that scares me too. So, you know, they just didn't understand it, and nobody really does. And so I wanted something simple. I just wanted a simple message to make the world a better place. And what better 2 words than be kind? I've learned that the key to lasting happiness is making other people happy. So whenever I'm feeling down, my parents don't say, eat some pizza and, you know, it's okay, you can sit on the couch. And no, they say, go out to a homeless shelter and help some people, make some people happy, and really learn how to feel the buzz of kindness. And that's what I encourage the parents to do for their kids.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think that's so interesting, because it takes the focus off of yourself and it puts like good vibrations back out into your community. So I really like that, because it inspires people to not just focus on their own happiness, but the happiness of your community. And it's only going to spread from there. Yeah, I like that. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. So I'm just going to ask you one more question.
Oh, it's just getting so long.
I know.
Things to do.
I understand. You're so famous.
Oh, so famous.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Okay, so in honor of National Bullying Prevention Month, I want to give the platform to you. Like, what message do you have for people who are being bullied right now?
Take a stand. If you see someone else getting bullied, if you're getting bullied, tell somebody about it. You know, tell an adult, report it, and be a superhero to those. Maybe you don't even know who they are. Be a superhero. Step in and get involved. find your mentors, cling to those people that inspire you. And again, just focus on being kind to others and creating that true, sincere, lasting happiness.
Awesome. Franki, thank you so much for being on the show today. Please, if anybody wants to keep up with Franki, you can follow her on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'm going to put the comments in this post here. And also follow with her her nonprofit, the Franki Moscato Foundation. It's a really good nonprofit, and she's doing a lot of really important work. And to kind of piggyback off on that, you know, we need to prevent bullying not just this month, but all year long. And there's things that we can do for that. And so I want to invite all of you who are watching to join ASPCC's campaign, Be a Friend, Not a Bully. We are fundraising to raise $5,000 this month to provide 20,000 parents, teachers, and caregivers with resource kits that will lessen and prevent the damaging effects of bullying. And you can help. Please, if you can, go ahead and donate. Again, adding the links to the post after this live, but I want to implore all of you to be a friend and not a bully. And to everybody who's listening, to all who feel called to make a difference in the world, or, you know, just make a difference in your home, I just want to thank you for participating in this really important conversation. Thanks. Have a good one.